Good afternoon. My name is Chris Womack. I am the retired police chief of the city of Douglasville, retired with 30 years experience. I'm also a Marine Corps veteran. Was blessed to serve my time serving my home community that I grew up in. Well, I know for me personally, I did not realize what a toll my job had taken on me till after I was probably 6 months removed from doing the job every day. I didn't realize how going out to those calls where you're cleaning up the messes, where you have a horrific accident where somebody's been dramatically injured or even worse, a loss of life, or having to make those home calls or home visits. And that, when those situations were going on, it was just almost like instinctively would take over, do what you had to do to meet the mission, to get the job done. But I realize now what a toll it took on me as a human being of almost becoming numb to traumatic situations. Where you don't even think about it. You just process. You go through A, B, C, and D, and do what you have to do to get to that end goal. Well, when they were going on, I was always say my family. I would also say for me personally, dealing in a job that puts you in situations when you go from literally 0 to 100 in 2.2 seconds. Fitness, I felt like, was very key for me. And also try to find a hobby, whether it's fishing, hunting, something outside, gardening. I think those things that where you can just completely and totally detach from what's going on back at your house, when I say house, back at the PD, what's happening there. Things that you can just totally forget about it for even if it's only a while, to take that mental break, to take that mental escape. To recharge. When I was chief, I was always one of the things that kept me in trouble was, I didn't stay behind a desk. I was always, if there was some action that I was close to, I was out trying to get in it, and that was just my mindset, that I wanted to be a leader that was known for leading from the front. But a couple of individual calls that really, still to this day, I think coming along as an early police officer, I always had that inside instinct and that fight and that drive to chase that next promotion, to move ahead, and I did. I was very blessed to have a very long police career of moving up through the ranks where I started and finished, and that was very nice to do that in my hometown. Unfortunately, at home, I obviously was not paying as close enough attention as I should have, taking care of my family. Literally, I'm on my fifth wife now. And it's, like I said, it's something that's tough. Nobody likes to lose, and it's tough to feel like you've lost or wasn't able to save somebody or help something. And especially when I became chief, I always preached family first, and I always tried to work with my guys to let them know, hey, if you need to be off, I want you not to miss a ball game. I don't want you to miss an important event at your house. But I don't know that I was listening to what I was preaching, because I know my family, my kids, a lot of times they were riding in the trunk while my career was sitting shotgun beside me and trying to move my way up through the ranks, which I thought at the time was doing the right thing by my family, moving ahead, trying to make that extra couple of $1,000s a year. And I think when you wash all that out, really, if we're honest with ourselves, what our family needs is our time the most. I started seeing police work from a different angle, and I started realizing that my goal was to try to help somebody. People can appreciate you being human. People understand that, you're not a machine and you're going to make mistakes. But when you make those mistakes, step up to the plate and say, hey, and try to make it up. Be genuine with that, and people will appreciate that for you. And, these were just some of the life lessons that I learned while doing this job, trying to help everybody else, and realizing, hey, first and foremost, you better make sure you're not only right up here to do this job, but that you're right here. Because guys, do not, I can't stress enough, don't ever be embarrassed or feel like it's not your place to ask for help, because you're always the one that's out trying to help and fix and make better and put the pieces back together for somebody else. It does take a toll on you. Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy having to realize at 50 years old you're on your fifth marriage. Which I'm very thankful for. I'm blessed. I've got a great wife. We have a great relationship. But take care of yourself, and don't be afraid to let your supervisors know if you need some help. Go and ask for that. I know when I was chief, I thought a lot more of somebody that came to me said they needed some help than if I had to come in and start trying to sweep up the pieces where it had already fell apart. Be proactive with taking care of yourself. Be as proactive with taking care of yourself as you are some stranger's family that you have to go out there and take care of.